This is Tours of Trade project. My topic was virtual museums and virtual field trips by Vanessa Torres. What are virtual museums? A virtual museum is a collection of digitally recorded images, sound files, text documents, and other data of historical, scientific, or cultural interest that are accessed through electronic media. The collection usually consists of paintings, drawings, photographs, diagrams, graphs, recordings, video segments, newspaper articles, transcripts of interviews, and numerical databases. Pros of virtual museums. These are reasons why you can use virtual field trips in your classroom. They motivate students with technology. It improves students on how to use technology. They can get better at using it. It increases students' learning. They learn new stuff. It helps students learn more about the world around them. Students can be on their pace. For example, when you go to a field trip physically, students, they all have to be together and be on the same pace. But with a virtual field trip, they can be on their own pace since it consists of using technology. No student will be excluded from a virtual field trip. Like, for example, when for a student that's on a wheelchair, they usually don't do the same stuff as the other students do, but with virtual field trips, everyone, it doesn't matter who it is, they can all do the same thing. It allows students to explore places that they might not have been able to visit. There are also cons of virtual museums. Virtual field trips can only engage students' senses of sight and hearing. For example, at a virtual field trip, you can't actually see it or you can't touch or feel. But when you go to a field trip physically, you can touch and smell and, use all the senses. It is easy for students to be sidetracked. For example, when it comes to technology, students always get on something else they're not supposed to, so they'll be sidetracked. Need access to computers and technical assistance. With a virtual museum or a field trip, you have to use computers, but sometimes some computers aren't working, so a student can be behind, or it is easy for students to get lost among lots of websites. When a student is working on creating a virtual field trip, they can get on another website they're not supposed to, and that will keep them from doing their work. So this is one of my sources that I chose, and this website will help you on how to create a virtual field trip. This can help you in your classroom. Well, it is basically for your classroom. It teaches you and the students how to create one. It is 8 steps, so it just shows you step by step how to create one, and it is very easy to create one. So you just go to this website and follow the steps. I also have a video, and this video shows a teacher using a virtual field trip in the classroom.
did a virtual field trip. Schools from across the country were able to join us via a Google Hangout. It's really easy to connect us with the whole wide world.
Do octopuses see in color?
Ah, very good question. Actually, no, they do not. They are colorblind.
We are, for the first time in history, with this space station, we're leaving Earth. And it is just too good an experience not to share.
You want to say hello to Max? Say hi, Max.
Hi. There you are. Hi. Wonderful.
Hi, everyone.
So I really like that video because it shows how much fun the children were having while they were looking at it, and I think it is better than going to a field trip physically because it looked like that they had fun watching it. So here are some pictures of virtual museums. The one on the left, it shows how it's created and stuff like that. They're all examples of a virtual picture. So this is our section. When I had got the topic about virtual trips, I had no idea what it was. I searched it up and got an idea of what virtual museums and virtual trips are. Like I said on my second slide, a virtual museum is a collection of digitally recorded images, sound files, text documents, and other data of historical, scientific, or cultural interest that are accessed through electronic media. The collection usually consists of paintings, drawings, photographs, diagrams, graphs, recordings, video segments, newspaper articles, transcripts of interviews, and numerical databases. There are many benefits in using virtual field trips in the classroom. For example, going to a real field trip consists in wasting lots of money, and in order to come up with that money, you have to do fundraisers and many stuff like that. On the other hand, virtual field trips keeps you from having to waste money. That way, you won't have to pay for each student or pay for the gas of a bus and stuff like that. It also helps students learn more about technology and how to use it. Students can get better at using technology, and it teaches them new stuff that they did not know about technology. Virtual field trips eliminate the problem worrying about student safety. For example, when you go to a field trip physically, you have to watch out for the students, make sure one doesn't get lost or make sure one doesn't go somewhere they're not supposed to. But with the virtual field trip, since it's just in the classroom, you won't have to worry about that. It helps students be independent because they can learn on their own and be on their own pace. With virtual trips, students can explore more and learn about the world around them. Field trips are limited, but field trips allow students to go anywhere on the planet. Virtual field trips have many advantages and can be useful in many aspects in teaching. I am positive that in my classroom I will use virtual field trips. Not only will it be beneficial for me, but also for the students. It will help the students as well as the teachers learn more about technology. I think more teachers should use virtual field trips in their classroom because it would benefit them in many ways. It is a great way to keep students from just sitting there bored and looking at stuff in an actual field trip. Students will actually do their work due to the technology, and students love technology. And this is my bibliography, and I hope y'all like my video. my presentation, and yeah,